Well, hello there folks, we have just gone past Star Wars Day and that means we need to have a look at those May the 4th Must Get items, the returning seasonals, and of course there is a class that you may very well want to pick up if you haven't already. As always, we are starting over at Join Event Hub where there are a variety of shops you're able to have a little look through if you so choose. There's also a couple monsters, I'll show you what they're dropping, starting with this guard right here. So you have got a couple of Prisma items. It looks like they are going to be colour custom, so you may want to go along and pick those up. There's also a birthday cake from Sora, if you particularly would like a blue birthday cake in your house. And then we have got this Twilly guard. The Twilly guard has got quite a lot of items. One of the sets is for members only, but don't worry, there is a very similar one for free players. I believe it's just because it is the enchanted version, so if you would like a colour custom one and you're a member, then this is where you can come. Conveniently, everything here is AC tag, so you will be getting that bank storage, which is really good when we get those sort of drops. As with all event hubs, you do get some events that cross over, so you will see some sets from different bits, but they should all be running at the same time, so everything we show you in this video should be obtainable. But if I ever make a mistake, as always, I deeply apologise. We're now just going through those free player bits and bobs, so if you would like the non-colour custom version of the set, this is where you can grab it. And a little later in the video, we will come on to the Evil J6 set, and that one does require you to be able to access the Moonyard B map, which is part of the J6 saga. So if you're someone that hasn't completed that yet, I have got a full guide and walkthrough on completing the J6 saga, so I'd thoroughly recommend going along and checking that out. But we will come on to that set in a little bit. We still have two more monsters to look at here from Event Hub. So these are some Mother's Day bits and bobs if you would like some bouquet type flowers. I think that one might be slightly sparkly by the looks of it. I guess the effects are actually animated, but I don't know for sure because I haven't gone along and grabbed them myself yet. The It's a Trap monster has got some pets for you. I have just gone back one screen to look at Mora yet again because there is also this May the 4th seasonal gear shop which has things like the Chewboglinster in case you'd like that one. I do quite like the morph type items and they're always funny if you want to whip them out for kind of a more memey set design one day. Okay, here we go then. Join Murder Moon is where you can get yourself the Dark Lord class. You will have to merge for it using all the items you can see in the list there. Again, I'm certain I've made a guide for this one at some point in the past. As with all of these maps, there is a merge shop or two for us to have a little poke through. This one here, I do quite like some of the gear, particularly the hoods that are within here. There are some type of Legion themed items as well, which I did quite like that they added those ones into here. If we now just head through one of the rooms to the left in this case, you'll find yourself some Tempest soldiers. They do have a set. This one sadly isn't AC tagged, and I'm not sure necessarily if you would want to go along and grab any of these, but just in case you do, I thought I'd draw your attention to them. You'll notice there are some Zardian pilot items. That is because one of the bosses, I'll show you in just a second, does also drop you the other parts of that set. However, before that, we have got one more shop, which is from Twiggu. This has some Australian gear, which is a bit of a curveball to be thrown in with this particular event, but it is here, and if you would like any of it, there is also some little Twiggu house guests to go with the Murder Moon base house and the Twiggu hideout house. Over the far left hand side, you will find this ghosty type monster, and this ghosty type monster has got for you some more Zardian pilot items, but these are not the main ones we really want to discuss, because if you now head to the far right hand side of the map, you will find yourself Fifth Sepulchre, and if you defeat Fifth Sepulchre, there are a few more bits and bobs including prismatic items. The weapons themselves are not too shabby and sort of variants of some bits that we've already seen, but as you'll notice, there is also that Zardian pilot armor and a Zard head. And now if you like Zard heads, that is clearly the item for you. Here we go then. Up next is Join Twiggu Hunt, and once you're here, there are a couple shops we're just going to have a little poke through before, as always, we go along and check out the drops that you could be picking up. I'm not too sure necessarily whether you'll be coming along for any of these merge bits. If you are a fan of Sepharic items, then maybe these are some bits here. They are quite animated and cool, so you could add them into your Star Wars sets. They do look lightsaber-esque. You'll notice infantry droids and scout droids. The infantry droids, this is their drop list. It's mostly just a load of weapons, but you do also have a couple Moglin type pets that do drop, and you know, they are free player by the looks of it. Definitely worth going along and grabbing if you're a free player. The scout droids, not quite as exciting, but again, there was just a couple bits, so I thought might as well show you in case you particularly like that blade at the end. The bodyguard droid on our way to the boss again has just got a couple more items, including a house version of that guard, so if you would like it, you could go along and pick that one up. Twiggu is the boss for this map, although I don't think from memory there was anything overly exciting in this drop list, just a little bit more of the sort of things we've already seen, just various helms really and a couple capes. But now it is time to move on to one of the bigger items, and this one requires a little bit of map hopping. That is for the evil J6 Lord set. You need to get to Moonyard B, and the way you access this map is through the Hyperion, which is why I said you'll want to have completed the J6 saga. I mean, it's about halfway through the J6 saga or nearer the start, but the point is, if you just complete it, then you've done it anyway. If you head to where I go to here and go down to Junk in the Trunk, you'll then be teleported over to the Moonyard, which when you press continue, will teleport you to Moonyard B. Once you're at Moonyard B, head through to the right hand side, and once you're here is the Robo Guard. When you defeat the Robo Guard, this is the drop list you could be getting yourself. Everything is AC tagged, you can get yourself dual lightsabers. In fact, it's just a Darth Vader mock-up, so if you'd like to look like Darth Vader with a little bit of a J6 twang to it, then that is definitely one of the must-get items from this particular video. Over to join Zorbas Palace is up next, but again, we've got more shops and drops to have a look at. First of all, though, we're just going to look at Mora's stand, which doesn't have any AC tab bits, but there are a few member pets within here. This next shop, though, is far more desirable. If you speak to Zoda, you will find yourself, would you believe, some actual lightsaber slash star sword type items. So if you'd like a star sword and you don't have one, you could get that augmented chaos blade at the top. We'll have also noticed as we flick through these, you have more lightsabers within here as well. So definitely some items that would be worth picking up from this particular merge shop, including a Cad Bane helm. So if you are a big Star Wars fan and you want some bat blades as well, there is all sorts within that merge. Definitely worth checking that one out. The boss here is Zorb at the back, who has got a long list of items, although some of them are rare. So just remember, we'll never show you anything with the green rare tag, because you can no longer get it unless you want to IODA those particular bits. So if you're interested in what that set previously was, just go along to the wiki and check it out. Even more prismatic items, anything that you see a change in colour will be probably because it's colour custom. Regardless though, some great Star Wars weapons within there, katana types, lightsabers, all of that. The ZB8 in the house item is one of those that's interactable. You may be able to join the map without it, but just behind here in my house is that ZB8 item. When you click on it, it takes you down to Zorba's pit with yet another boss to defeat. You may just be able to dash join Zorba's pit though, but if you want to do it the authentic way, you can get yourself a house item that will teleport you there. The items from this boss are literally just an extension to the one we saw a minute ago, so a lot of the themes are staying the same to what we just saw. But anyway folks, we're pretty much there now for the May the 4th items. Before I vanish, the Moonbase house is within this drop list, which is another one of those that could be very nice to add to your collection of houses if you would like to. But anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching. Please do leave the video a like and of course subscribe, and I see you all again for another one incredibly soon. So until then, have a lovely day.